Next up, we have Black Forest from the Valheim OST. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I am a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video. Leave a comment, turn on notifications. We just got monetized recently, so consider dropping a one of them paid membership subscription things to support what we do. No obligation at all. And yes, a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, this is my first time hearing this track ever, so I will be pausing a lot to point things out as I hear them. I will be linking the full song, the song in the description, so that you can hear it in your own time if you want. Number two, this is recorded live on stream, so I might stumble upon my words here and there, because it's one take. That's what we get. I did mess up my shoulder, so the pain might distract me here and there. I'll be okay. I'm getting it treated and everything. So yeah, just keeping those things in mind. Let's do this. Black Forest, Valheim OST. Oh, Valheim OST. Let's go. Okay, so we start with a very lovely, from the previous video, we start with a very lovely crescendo. Crescendo is just the concept of getting louder. Mel, welcome to the day. We're not doing any more songs after this, so. So yes, you prefer the forest to scarlet. There you go. So a crescendo is when you go from quiet to loud. The difference between a crescendo and turning up the volume is velocity. There is velocity and there is volume. When it comes to velocity, it is how hard or soft the instrument is being played. Right now, we have what sounds like a string orchestra playing this one chord softly first, and then louder and louder and louder. That is a crescendo. We are increasing the velocity, and at the same time we could be increasing the volume as well in post-production, but that is what we have. We are having this ominous sound of, well, the Black Forest. There you go. Oh, we now have a chord, and we introduce our first... Okay, so we introduce what sounds... It sounds like either a violin, a viola. It could be a viola or a cello. It sounds like it could be a cello. With our motif, the smallest version of our musical idea from which everything else comes from. It's very tango-esque, I would say. The sound of that. Max, welcome today. We're not doing any more songs today after this, so keep that in mind. So let's see where this goes. Ooh, we have another really cool element going on right now. We have the violins playing harmonics. We're having them playing slide harmonics. Harmonics are a very tricky thing to do in strings, because harmonics use what is called the harmonic series, and you exploit that. The harmonic series is what you get when you take a sound wave. Let's say this line over here is a sound wave, and we have, you know, the range of frequencies over here, and you take that sound wave and you cut it in half. If you cut that in half, you will get an octave. The note that you start the sound wave from is called your fundamental. And if you start cutting this audio wave in specific places, you will get an octave. If you cut that in half, you will get, I think, another octave. Then you get, I think, a fifth, a third. You get notes on top of that. This is how trumpets work. This is how brass instruments work, and this is how overtone singing works, because everything you get from here is called an overtone, because it is a tone over the fundamental tone that you have. This is something that can be done even by people. Overtone singing is a very, very fun thing to do. Sounds a little bit like this. You get that high-pitched whistle on top of the note that I'm already doing. Yes, I just sang 2 notes at the same time with overtone singing. So when you do this with a instrument such as a violin, what you do is that you play the bow and you take the spots in the strings and you lightly touch the string with that and you play it. And what they're doing now is that they are doing that and they are sliding their fingers down the neck of the violin, giving us this sound of like seagulls or like falling stars, stuff like that. So you have a guitar video along the spinner line. I hope you analyze the song too. We'll see. Eventually we'll get to it, yeah. So we have that while we have this solo. Yeah, we're getting some very hidden. So we have what sounds like the string orchestra, which is, you know, violins, violas, cellos, double basses, giving us this very downbeat, just beat that we're having, like steps from a giant. There's no drum here. It's just the chords being played imposed on us that way. We are having the solo instrument weaving its way around everything, and then we are having slightly hidden elements in the back and up above and everything. We're having all of these elements kind of hidden over there, barely audible. This is really cool. Bring this back, and you can hear up above. You can hear those higher notes. Sounds kind of like glitter, I would say. Not entirely. Oh, it's kind of like a mirror of some sort of the melody that we're having. Something like that. It feels something like that. It's very interesting. It's very interesting, like trying from above, trying to mirror the solos that we've been having, but not quite. Arsenia and Epic, welcome today. How you doing? And Valley, welcome today. How you doing? Let's see. There's being Monopoly's Children Choir. Nice, Ezekiel, nice. So yeah, now we're developing this. And now those elements up above are getting stronger and stronger. We switched over. Oh, nice. We panned things. So now we are doing a response. So first, let's go through the concept of panning. The concept of panning. Panning. Let's do this one more time for today. So when it comes to speakers nowadays, the standard that we have is stereo. Stereo is left and right, because, you know, we have a left ear and a right ear. So when we have speakers that are left and right, then you're gonna have the individual there. Look at you. Here you are, all happy, deformed, and bald, therefore evil. And you are listening to whatever you have, and both speakers are going to be feeding you sound. So the way you do panning is that you prioritize one speaker over another. So if you have, let's say, a violin track playing at 100% of its volume from both speakers, it's going to sound like it comes from in front of you. Funnily enough, if you lower the volume at a certain way, you can make it sound like it's coming from behind. After it's in there's a very sweet spot of turning down the volume when it sounds like it's coming from the back. It's very interesting. Then, if you turn down one speaker and keep it 100% from the other, the lower the volume is on one speaker, the further and further right it's going to sound, the sound is going to appear to come from, until it sounds like it's completely coming from the right ear. So what we are doing here is we're doing this very long-term call and response with this. We had first that cello doing that very beautiful, elongated, very long set of melodies from the left ear. And now we are switching to what I think is a viola higher up on the right ear, giving us a response, doing a very long call and response. This is really cool. Let's continue. Appreciate it, Valerie. Appreciate it. So, oh, the melody is beautiful. Ooh, and now that we brought in this, I think it's a viola, we brought in some brass. we brought in some brass. We have a trombone, a tuba, something there in the back, giving us a little bit more boom to each of the notes. Now, when it comes to orchestral music, using any brass instrument is a risk, is a massive risk. Why is that? Because these instruments are loud. A single trombone can overpower a massive orchestra. Like, we're talking all the violins, all the violas, all the cellos, all the double basses, flutes, oboes, clarinets, bassoons, even maybe not the French horns. Like those sections, which that could be, depending on the orchestra, up to 80 people playing their instruments. One trombone playing loud enough can overpower all of them. So using brass is a very risky thing to do, but when you do it right, it pays off so well. It's one of the reasons why trumpets, for example, are used so much to carry loud melodies. For example, in Star Wars, one of the reasons why John Williams uses it so much for Star Wars and Indiana Jones is because the rest of the orchestra can be really loud, and you can still have your melody played by the trumpets, and it's going to sound just fine. So, now let's get back to this. This brass over here, which could be either a trombone or a tuba, I think it might be a tuba, it's giving us that sense of the oppressive, the steps are getting closer, and of course brass instruments are also fairly militaristic, so it also gives you that sense of impending combat. So first we had the steps of something massive being played by those strings, and it was kind of like symbolizing a massive, some sort of behemoth just walking. And now that the tuba is there, it could be it noticed you, and it's going to start heading towards you. So yeah, no, when it comes to brass, it's insane. Like, I think it was Strauss who said, do not ever look at the brass players, you will only encourage them. Because it's so easy for them to overpower the orchestra. Let's see here. And those higher strings giving us that extra sense of instability is insane. Oh, we're bringing the woodwinds as well? Ooh, oh my god. Okay, we are implementing a lot of really cool compositional techniques, because we are engaging a lot in what is called aleatoric music. So when I mentioned the harmonics, when you take the violin and you very lightly touch the strings and you play, and you get these like downward going like whimpers from the violin, that is an aleatoric element. Aleatoric means random, means that it's composed in a certain way, but you will always get a different sound no matter what. And now we hit another one of those. The violins are now doing these, like, this is a very common trope for horror. The violins are playing certain notes, but instead of either plucking the string or playing with their bow, they pull the bow upside down and they are hitting the strings with the wood of the bow. I forget what the name of this technique is, but it's super common. Like, aleatoric music is insanely common for horror. So this gives you that extra sense of horror. It sounds creepy. It's a sound we associate nowadays with like a spider coming down from the web, like pulling itself down with a web. That is the kind of sound we're getting. Those like trickling, that sound of like trickling that we're having. So that is what is happening here. There's the brass again. And more importantly, the chords are starting to change. We went from a pretty straightforward same E chord, like it sounded kind of like samey, the chord that we were playing with those, like the steps were kind of all the same, to that moment of realization of, oh, it noticed me. And now we are starting to see a change in the pattern. This is really, really cool. Let's see. Where are you going to take this? So yeah, we bring back, I think this is the first soloist. And more importantly, we went from the strings doing the chords in the back, going from staccato. Staccato, which means staccato, which means short bursts, which is what was going on. We're doing staccato, not too strong a staccato, but they were short bursts. To legato. Now legato just means you're letting those chords play out a lot more. And now we are letting those steps are dragging a lot more than they used to be. They used to be short, firm steps, and now they're dragging a little bit more, giving you that sense of elongation, that sense of movement, of more fluid movement. Let's see where we go from here. And most importantly, they are doing a very useful thing. They are doing what is called suspension. Suspension is where you hold a note, or you hold a note, and then you quickly go down. So it is a suspension slash a psi motif. When you do this, when you ba-dum, ba-dum, it's kind of like the reverse. This is the last round now. So we're having this with the strings where they used to be one chord. Now we're having this moment of, at the very last moment, we're switching to another chord. We're switching chords, then to another one. Switching chords, then to another one. So it's really, really cool to see these. And these are being introduced very slowly. Very nice and slowly. Like everything is creeping around and creeping through. This is very good. Brass, a little bit of... And we have introduced the timpani. Now we are introducing the timpani, one of my favorite orchestral instruments. Now every time those strings are playing a chord, we are having a drum play with them on that same pitch, which now gives it more impact. It's giving it so much more depth just by adding one more element like that. Man, this is brilliant. Oh, I think the timpani's gone. Oh no, it's very subtle, but it's still there. There you go. There's the timpani. The timpani has now gone off beat. Oh, those solos are beautiful. So yeah, we are having these moments of the timpani sometimes doing its own thing, sometimes not doing its own thing. Sometimes the timpani is with the solo instrument. Sometimes the timpani is with the rest of the ensemble, going this back and forth, which is such a common thing in Valheim, that sometimes it feels like the game is playing along with you, sometimes it does not. Which, by the way, if you haven't played Valheim, prettiest ugly game I have ever played. It's kind of like, it has Minecraft elements, survival in the Vikings, and it's Viking themed survival. Really, really cool game. It's been a while since I played it, but it's really, really good. Let's see. Oh, there's the brass again. Like, they're using the brass so little, and it's having such a strong impact. Oh, that's so cool. I love that, because we're having the brass playing once, and then we're having a bit of a residue, like a residual thing. It's so good. Dragonfruit, welcome today. How you doing? Yes, this is really good. This is really, really good. Because we're not only having the bong from the I think it's the tuba, bong, but we're also having another instrument giving us like bong, 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 while the rest of the ensemble is doing the bong, bong. So it's, oh my god, it's so good. Oh, let's game it out. Yeah, he probably broke it, yeah. But yeah, let's... Oh, it sounds... Oh, that's so beautiful. Man. Timpani is getting louder, louder. How are you gonna end this? What a climax, dude. And Okay, and we're taking layers away one by one until there's one left. Man, what a track. Holy shit, what a track. There you have it. That was Black Forest from the Valheim OST. I am impressed. That was super well composed. Super well performed. I can't tell if it was done with virtual instruments or not. I can't tell. So either it was or it was recorded. I don't know if they had the budget for that, because this is an indie game. It's a fairly small studio for what I remember. But this was just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Like, the fact that we kept the exact same beat for the entirety, like, it was damn near an ostinato, where ostinato just means you're doing the same thing over and over. Like, there was some variation there, and the way they just trickled everything. 5 people made this game. Look at that. So yeah, this was most likely done with virtual instruments, and this was so well done. I'm really impressed. I am really impressed. We need to do more Valheim analysis. This is impressive. It is impressive stuff. There you have it. There you have it. Black Forest. Once again, if you're watching this on the YouTube, this has been a Basterd LFA. I hope I have explained things in a way that you don't have to be a professionally trained musician to understand what has happened here musically. If you are watching this on the video archive, thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, follow the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications. We recently got monetized, so consider doing one of them paid memberships, support the channel further. No obligation at all for that, I'm just saying. Yeah, seriously, no obligation. But do consider it. Supporting every penny that goes into this channel goes straight back into this channel so that we can continue giving you more content. If you want to listen to this track uninterrupted, I will be linking it in the description. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, go to the Discord channel. We have the LFA requests channel. Read the pinned messages for instructions there. And if you want to catch these streams live, links for the Twitch channel and the Discord, which have stream schedule tabs, channels, whatever you want to call it, showing on your local time zone what time we start these streams. And that is that. That is that. Thank you for watching. I am having a lot of fun here. There you have it. That was Black Forest from the Valheim OST. Really, really good stuff. I'm impressed. But yeah, let's move on.